Welcome back to Twin Tarot. I'm Gary, and this is not David. Do you want your own channel, not David? Do you want these people to give a thumbs up? And if they give a thumbs up, that means you get your own channel? Yeah, okay. So not David wants his own channel. So if you want him to have his own channel, give us a thumbs up. It's Saturday night. Me and the Bay City Rollers are sitting here singing Saturday night. It's 6:30. I've been out running around all day, and I finally had a chance to check my phone, and oh, good Lord, the last video did really, really well. Thank you so much for watching it. I've got 2,000 comments to respond to. Careful what you wish for when you ask for people to leave a comment, right? So I'm going to have to blast through these things tonight. I'm going to probably spend the next 4 hours going through comments. So if you don't get a response back, I apologize. I can only process about between 100 and 150 per hour. So that's already like 12 hours worth of response time. So I'm going to have to, in my typical response where I'm like, leaving a pithy message and all that other stuff. This is going to be, you're going to just see that I read it. You'll probably get a thumbs up. For something that's really strikes my sense of humor or on point, I'll try and make a comment, but I hope you're not offended if I'm just blasted through them today. I just want to get through them. I do read them all. Matter of fact, tonight's reading is because I was reading through the comments. I was going to start throwing cards on whether the election was going to get overturned, but something inside of me was telling me don't do that tonight. I just didn't want to do that one tonight. I don't know if I'm going to get an answer I'm not going to be happy with, or if it's just I've got bad juju on that. I just don't know. But something was telling me, just read your comments. The comments help uplift me, which is nice. Puts me in a better light and a better vibration. But someone had a great comment, and it's something I had been thinking about today, which was basically, how long will it take MAGA to realize what they've done and to decide that maybe this wasn't the best course of action? Because I'm already starting to see fractures on the edges of this. So, to give a little background, it seems like a lot of the votes from MAGA were put out there because they just they're angry. Okay, so they're angry. They had inflation, it took away their buying power, and they need to take it out on someone. And they decided that someone was going to be the elite Democrats because they're the hoity-toity rich people that are telling us working folk what to do. You guys, the elite Democrats is are there some Democrats that are wealthy? Yes, but most of the really wealthy people are Republicans. And they're the ones that are telling you what to do. And not only that, they're telling you to do things that are against your best interest. Like tariffs. My God. I was thinking about that today. And I just wish I could put on a 15-minute tariff class for the MAGA folks to get them to understand what they just signed up for. I mean, so you're mad about inflation and how the price of things is going up. So your solution is to slap a tariff onto inexpensive goods to make them more expensive. What do you think is going to happen? You're going to push the prices up and you're going to have inflation. And it's a very interesting conundrum because, Trump's all about, punish China and we're going to slap tariffs on them. But at the same time, the reason why he may have gotten more votes, let's just take interference aside. Let's just assume for just a second that there was no interference that materially affected the election results. His whole platform is, he's got an angry voter base because of inflation. And Trump's going to help the economy. What Trump's going to find out really fast is by slapping tariffs on things, he's going to increase inflation. And then the Fed is going to reverse the interest rate reductions and start tightening up credit. And it's going to create that situation where you could fall into a recession. So Trump has to be really careful between throwing the violent rhetoric out there and then actually following up on it. Because if he follows up on it, chances are he's going to send this economy into a downswing, into a spiral, and then MAGA's going to really feel it. And part of me is thinking, I wonder if this is the lesson that MAGA finally needs to hear or experience before, so they stop believing this crap that the Republicans and Trump have been throwing at them. So, because their counter argument is, oh, well, they'll create manufacturing jobs in the United States. Well, yeah, I suppose they could. I mean, you'd have to buy some land. You'd have to build a factory on it and put it with machines. And I would think that if you're going to build a factory with machines, you're going to try and use the highest technology possible so you don't have as much labor to pay for. So it's not going to create jobs. And then it's just like, if you're making toothbrushes, okay, I'm sure that's something we're importing from China, right? A toothbrush. Probably the average Chinese person only makes a few $1,000s a year. I'm pulling numbers out of my backside, right? So I'd be curious to see what their actual salary is here. Let me pause for just a second here. Okay, so I'm back. $8,200 a year. That's what the average Chinese factory worker makes. Okay. So yeah, let's say, for example, we could build a factory here and we can equip it, and it could have the same operating cost, if you will, as a Chinese factory. How many U.S. workers are going to show up for a job that pays $8,000 a year? Oh, okay, we'll slap a 50% tax on those toothbrushes. $12,000 a year. How many people do you think are going to line up and say, woohoo, my $12,000 a year factory job is here? MAGA doesn't play the tape all the way to the end. Yeah, you could create factories here. Do you really want a job that pays $12,000 a year? So, here we go. Will MAGA figure out what they've done? Are they going to come to the realization that they just screwed themselves? Entertainment purposes only. I hope everyone gets entertained. And if you're MAGA, I hope you'll watch this. You're the ones that need to watch this. Instead of leaving little troll-like comments in my comment section, pay attention to this. Okay, so, all right. So, MAGAs, are they going to realize that what they've just signed up for? So we've got the Knight of Pentacles as the foundation. They're looking out the horizon. They've got things of value. They got their money. Trump is going to save them. Trump made all these promises that he's going to punish China and that everything's going to be great. The challenge is the Nine of Pentacles. Yes, it's going to be great for the really wealthy people because they don't have problems. If you've got a lot of money, if a toothbrush costs $2 instead of $1, it's not that big a deal. If you're scrapping to make ends meet, you know what? You're not going to buy the $1 or the $2 toothbrush. You want to buy groceries. Underneath it all is the Tower. So I think what they're not seeing is that by supporting Trump and supporting these tariffs, they are about to get a Tower moment. Their world is about to collapse on them. Because Trump is going to do his level best to put these tariffs in place. And guess who's going to be falling out of the tower financially? In the past, the Queen of Cups. They were just stewing. They weren't out there protesting. They weren't out there beating their chests about prices, inflation. We all felt it, but they were really stewing about it. And just, they weren't letting that anger and frustration out. They kept it in, and it just sort of festered and just started poisoning them. Current situation is the Three of Swords. The disappointment with, looking in the pantry and realizing there's maybe not enough food in there, or that their dollar isn't going as far. This could also be some of the MAGA Republicans realizing, uh-oh, I want to have a do-over. And I don't know if that was what was if the person made that in the comments or if I saw that. But it sounds like some MAGA folks are like, wait a minute, can I have a do-over on this? No, too late. You voted. You are who you are because of who you voted for. Overarching energy, the Eight of Cups. Yeah, that emotional walking away. I think what you're going to start seeing is MAGA's going to, the typical rank and file MAGA's going to realize what the hell they just signed up for. We'll have to do a timing on this. Tarot's not great on timing, but they're going to start realizing that, oops, we made a mistake. Oh my God, this is bad. It's one thing to keep it in. This is like despair. It's just like, it's a hopeless situation for me. Lesson to be learned is the Hermit. Take some time, be thoughtful, and find that path going forward. Search for the right path. Not the easy path, not the path that someone tells you to take, but you got to really reflect and think about this. It's a very lonely existence if you basically don't have any money, if you can't feed your family, if you can't go out and entertain and enjoy entertainment. You're going to be by yourself. It's really kind of sad. Outcome, King of Swords. This is my brother right now. King of Swords. You know what? You said this is what you wanted. You wanted Trump because he was funny. You wanted Trump because he was going to raise tariffs and punish the Chinese. You wanted Trump because he was going to own the libs and take on those elite Democrats. And guess what? You got exactly what you asked for. Yeah, they're going to come around. And unfortunately, they're going to drag the rest of us along with them on this lesson because they didn't learn it last time. We learned it. Why do we have to go through it again? Damn it all. Jeez. And I know that's one of my brother's frustrations. It's like, I don't want to go through it again. I learned the first time. I knew before we had the lesson what it was going to be like. And yeah, I guess MAGA's going to learn this time around. Will MAGA abandon Trump? Seems to be or I guess, will MAGA as a movement end as a result of this? I guess that's the right question. Because, you don't want MAGA to abandon Trump because you still have MAGA. No, you want MAGA to go away. So because of MAGA realizing they were sold basically a bill of goods, will they finally walk away and disappear and go away? Will we have an Eight of Cups moment with MAGA? Here we go. Okay, so will MAGA go away? Let's see. Once again, Knight of Pentacles. Well, I guess they're going to sit back and see if Trump delivers on his promises. The Cross is the Lovers. Okay, well, Trump, you said if we voted for you, you would do all these wonderful things for us. So you need to come through. Okay, underneath it, the Six of Wands, the victory card. Trump's, MAGA's claiming victory. Trump's claiming victory. Everyone's happy. We're all victorious. Did they really win? Did they cut off their nose to spite their face? So are they gonna leave? So far, no. It looks like they're quite happy with how things have currently turned out. In the past, hey, there you go. 10 of Cups, hopes, wishes, dreams fulfilled. Happy family. Everything's great. We couldn't be happier. We got our guy in there. Current energy, King of Pentacles. Yes, there's Trump. He's got on the throne. He's got his money and his things of value. Everything's great. Okay, this is not looking good so far. What's the overarching energy? Queen of Cups. Okay, well, we're gonna keep our emotions in check again. We were angry about inflation. We were angry about the elite Democrats telling us that we can't drive gasoline powered cars, and that we have to get rid of our natural gas appliances, allegedly. So, they're keeping their emotions. They're going to see what happens. The lesson to be learned. The Nine of Cups, hopes, wishes, dreams fulfilled. You voted for him. This is what you're going to get. Outcome. Ace of Cups. Now that is an interesting card. This is about a new emotion. A very powerful emotion. It could be a good emotion. It could be a not so good emotion. But it's the realization and just a brand new big emotion here. So it's not telling me if they're going to walk away or disappear. Right now, everything's coming up roses for them. They're happy as clams. And I'm not. I'm sure you're not. And I mean, those are great cards if you're a MAGA person or if you're Trump. How would you not want those cards? So right now, it looks like they're happy with how things went. I don't have any feel from these cards that they're walking away in the near future anyways. So we're just going to have to see what happens. Let's just throw one more. I mean, this is going to be 2 years out in the future, so let's take it take it as entertainment purposes only. But will there be a blue wave in the midterm elections in 2026? Will MAGA have found out by then this was not a good idea? Will there be a blue wave? All right, let's see. Last one. Thank you for hanging in there with me. Will there be a blue wave? Make sure I got the deck the right way. Ooh, well, something's coming to an end. So is there a blue wave? I don't know. Something's coming to an end. Could be the end of MAGA. Could be the end of our democracy. Maybe we just won't have those pesky old elections in 2026. Who needs them? We got a dictator in the White House. Across the challenge is the Hermit, trying to find a path forward. Someone's very unhappy in the future here, in the 2026 election. Someone's unhappy. Okay, it's the Five of Swords. Continuing to fight when maybe it's just better to walk away. I get that as a very Trumpian card. There's probably some MAGA people that are just they despite what's happening, they still want to continue the fight. We'll see what the rest we get. Okay, in the past we got Trump, four of Pentacles, hoarding all the resources. This is like your billionaire tech bros. It's your oligarch type people taking all the resources for themselves. Everything is theirs. Mine. Current energy. Eight of Wands. Something's happening quickly. There's messaging that's happening, and this messaging is probably telling you it's time to walk away from this. Don't continue the fight. You need to get away, and you need to get away quickly. Overarching energy is the Three of Swords. There's heartbreak and disappointment. So is that the Democrats not getting the blue wave, or is that MAGA realizing that they're not getting the resources that the elites are getting, that the wealthy people are continuing to get the resources? He's like, I gotta learn how to shuffle these cards better. Queen of Cups is the lesson to be learned. Keeping those emotions in check. And what this could be is that they weren't keeping their emotions in check. Instead of being rational, that's probably what that is. Instead of being rational about things, they just did a knee-jerk reaction. It's just like, well, I'm going to go complete opposite of what is currently happening because what's currently happening is making me unhappy. So I'm just going to whipsaw the other way without stopping to think and process your emotions. The outcome, sorrow. 5 of Cups. So is there going to be a blue wave? I don't know. I mean, it depends on how you read the cards. I asked if there's going to be a blue wave. Something's coming to an end, and there's going to be a lot of sadness about it. And that there can be so many things, and that's the thing about tarot. It's like open to interpretation, and so that's where the whole personal bias comes in. In 2026, it's going to be a year of change. I guess that's the best I can say is the year of change. And if that change is, getting our emotions in check and doing what's best for us, or if that change is that, nope, we're going to continue the fight and we're going to continue to do what's not in our best interest. So, not the most uplifting set of cards I've ever thrown. And so I apologize for that, but that's just what I'm seeing. I could be completely missing the interpretation of this, but right now that's what I'm seeing. It's current energy that could change tomorrow, so take it with a grain of salt. I want to thank you all for your positive comments. I know there's a lot of people out there that are hurting, that are feeling despair. We're in this together. We are a big YouTube family. Support each other and be there for each other. A little kindness goes a long way, and that's what we need right now. Is we need kindness and we need hope. Don't lose hope. They win if you lose hope. Never give up hope. Don't lose your faith. We will get through this. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you tomorrow. Bye.